stage of the game. They need that man alive. Jerax with the gem now as well, so more map control will be going the way of OG. I mean, what is the best bet for Adfin now at this stage? Is it a case of waiting for OG to come for this sort of a push, or all around the board, Adfin just didn't have, as you say, any way to answer that momentum that OG found with the amount of kills that they were getting, Ben. Game 1, 32-9, OG dominating. Alex and the boys and girls on the panel will be able to bring you in to hear what you have to say about that.
Sure.
But I mean, obviously there's a lot of hype around Finem coming into this finals. Maybe people just forgetting how good of a team OG Dota can really be.
Yeah, I think OG have just kind of slapped us across the face and said, guys, you know, we are here too. It is easy to fall for the Finem story, but OG's story is almost alongside it. It's almost parallel to it, right, OD? I mean, these guys...
It is. These are the original kind of underdogs. You know, back at the Frankfurt Major, the first ever major.
Like Ben Wu mentioned multiple times, he went for a build that doesn't really get crippled by the Shadow Demon illusions, so he goes for this Aghanim's Refresher build, Hurricane Pike. So the SD's illusions don't really do anything if he is able to get on top of Luna, and it also forces Drow Ranger to get a very early BKB because he can just throw the Eclipse in the back line, and yeah, it was just a really cool approach, and it just seemed to have taken Finem off guard a bit with their Drow Ranger lineup.
The Earth Spirit pickup was so good for OG. It basically stopped Thug from being able to get out of control on his puck, which we know he can do, and it controlled the team fights, it controlled the pace. At some point, OG was the one to dictate the pace of the game, while normally it's Finem to try to pressure. And they did try to pressure. We saw them making a rotation at 10 minutes. But in comes the Earth Spirit, and all of a sudden the fight is not going as well as it should have. And OG just takes control. And with Finem having a little bit of a timer on their draft, they just couldn't get it going. And then they're left with delaying the game. But for what, really?
Yeah, they're picking it's basically a single core Drow Ranger into that type of lineup, or into OG just in general. I think it's very scary to do that, even though you have such lane dominance.
Some of the credit I saw hailed towards OG after their semi-final was that their playstyle, they were so good at playing defensively. Their defensive playstyle worked, and then we sit there and credit Finem for this almost looking like they're overextending very aggressive playstyle. Are these two playstyles clashing now, Fogged? When they meet, it does seem perhaps it could be the Greeks' kryptonite?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, it's really tough to play versus OG when you're, like I kind of said it, like the Drow Ranger.
To be offensive.
Yeah, being offensive like this, but also with the draft that they put themselves in, you know, they last picked this Weaver, which doesn't really give them any more team fight. They had like Puck, a non-factor, you just hook it and die.
I also think that Jerax, obviously, he played brilliantly.
Yes.
But his hero as well, if you're a Puck or a Weaver, getting silenced is like the worst thing, because your entire escape, everything you want to do relies on being able to cast spells, and if you can't do that, they have the damage with the OD, and also then the Legion Duel to just shut you down, and that happens so many times. I mean, Jerax just owned this game for them.
Very convincing stuff from Jerax, and I mean, his story, we got to take a quick look at it before in the previous day. His spotlight, there's no doubt that his parents are watching with big smiles on their faces.
He predicted that movement instantly.
Just crazy reactions and crazy speed. It's just so good. And this
very unfortunate for Finem. OG though, I mean, a little bit more unexpected, but even that is fairly straightforward for them. It felt like they were just able to just throw, because they have such control over the game. They have the defensive support to back it up if they need to take a step back, and they can go aggressive whenever they feel like they are ready for it.
I mean, Skylark and MNT have been such a driving force in this team in the early stages, and then into the mid game they look really good, but in this game they just couldn't get anything going. I mean, they both just kind of disappeared. With
that, I don't want to say delayed GG, but when we saw that GG come out, folks, I'd like to ask just a question from your perspective, from when you were playing and from your ex-player days. I do want to kind of wonder, is it possible when you've got a best of 5 ahead of you, you've played a semi-final already, a full best of 3, I'm wondering if there is any effect of, you know, not calling that GG call sooner. When it felt like Finem were out of it, there were a couple of instances where we saw an extra 10 minutes or 15 minutes pass. Is there anything to be discussed there in terms of just not waiting?
Maybe just discussing the mistakes that went on, like what.
Take the extra time.
Yeah, just take extra time instead of just being like rushed like out of the booth and then you like group up and everything. You don't really want to just harp on too many mistakes. Just be like, okay, this is what we did wrong really quickly. This is what we did right. Let's continue moving on from that.
Sure.
It's like there's not really a point in GGing either. You know, like, why would you just like call? I guess like VP and stuff. You've seen like them do very like preemptive
I'm just thinking
GGs.
in terms of like an endurance perspective. I mean, this is a lot of Dota that's going down, and it's very important, expensive Dota as well. This is the grand finals, and they're playing. It's basically a $500,000 game of Dota.
$500,000 on the line.
Let you just talk more though between yourselves.
Right.
And
like,
they are called at Finem to the end.
Yep.
You know, they gotta play to the end.
Damn.
So there you go. As OG makes their way back.
No way back. I think they're. I hear some googs. I hear some goog chants. That was the best that Fly could come up with.
Hey, it's better than nothing, ain't it?
It is.
It's true.
Yeah. Or in the words of Sumail, better than no one. That was when he kind of threw down the gauntlet. Not present, though, in the grand finals. Let's go ahead and jump into the scoreboard. Let's look at those numbers. This is where we are going to get a quick reminder of just how dominant this one was. 32 to a meager 9 on the scoreboard. And we actually got to see the No-Tails Luna, you were singing his praises, did not concede a single death fogged, walking away with that one.
Yep, he played incredibly well. You could see he had an idea already. Besides, like, the whole team in general had an idea of how to deal with the Shadow Demon, even since they picked the Luna up right away. I want to indicate Fly's healing in this game. I think that's pretty high for a Warlock. Right?
Yeah, jeez.
13,000. That seems pretty substantial. Not sure how much of a difference it really made in the games, but little things do add up.
It sticks out like a sore thumb as well.
I don't know why. It's just like 13,000. I'm like, wow, that's a Warlock, not a Dazzle or something.
That must be on cooldown.
And one of the reasons that we didn't see No-Till die is right there in your screen. Jerex played. We know he is probably the best Earth Spirit player in the world, so it doesn't come as a surprise that he performs, but the fact that it fits so well in the draft and it was all coming together. It's not just, let's pick Jerex Earth Spirit because he's good in it, but it's also, let's pick him Earth Spirit because he's good at it, and it fits perfectly in the rest of the plan.
It was. I mean, we got to see both kind of, two players from either side getting to play their comfort picks, right? You got the Earth Spirit, you also got to see that puck again, this time a little underwhelming, but it could very well seem quite overwhelming for you guys at home if you're watching all of the flashing lights and can't quite keep track of the team fights, but Purge is going to help. So let's check in with him. Dude, you got something special for me? What have you got?
I really love the Ags build that No-Till did, so I just want to talk about that for like 15 minutes if you have the time.
Do it. I mean, I saw someone tweet, Ags Refresher and a Lucent Beam, it does 10,800 damage without Fatal Bonds. That's a lot.
Arguably better than a Manta some games, and this is one of them.
Damn. All right, well, show us what you got.
All right, thanks. So, Ad Finem actually had a pretty good game from the sense that they were ahead with Drow Ranger. We've seen a lot of games so far this tournament where Drow will be picked, but they'll get behind, and then it just seems hopeless. But this game, they had a good advantage. They even took Roshan. The reality was that OG just didn't want to fight them, and even times like this, Ad Finem looks so strong. They're constantly split pushing with a Weaver, getting farm on him, and just slapping on the tower with all of their heroes, including a Drow. That was amazing. OG just constantly avoiding this, but eventually, they spent some money on something, and it's going to be an Ags purchase. So in almost all cases, Luna's going to buy a Manta at this item. And the whole purpose is that you can push down lanes with your illusions and it's safe, and you can dodge some spells and remove some negative debuffs. But the benefit of this, especially by the time it gets to level 3, does 7 extra beams. And you can cast it a whole 2,500 units away. That's probably the distance between here and like way up there on the map. It's a massive range. So when the next team fight comes, it presents this different kind of solution to the team fight problem. Again, the net worth is pretty comparable at this point. So basically by instantly bringing out an Ags, in a case where almost everybody always builds a Manta, all of a sudden these cores over here, they all need BKBs. They didn't have that, so he just gets an amazing ulti that guarantees him a triple kill on the back line. And as soon as that happens, all the momentum that we've been seeing getting shut down on Drow the last couple days, it happens right here. And instantly Ad Finem says, I need a BKB on my Drow or we can't win fights. And that's basically what happened. Over and over again, they had trouble with that. The only other way that you can maybe counter this is Blade Mail, and here's an attempt by Ad Finem to try to go for that. No-Till juking it out to try to force the BKB early, but all he has to do is back up, Fly backs him up with the Infernal Golem, and an easy survive. So yeah, OG just amazing changeup with that item build, completely stopped any chance of Ad Finem getting ahead.
Thank you very much, Purge. Yes, the power of the build, and indeed, pressure is starting to build as well. Ad Finem did concede the first. It is a best of 5, though. I mean, this is where we're in for the long haul, right? And I'm assuming that there's going to be a little less of those comfort picks. We're probably not going to be seeing another Earth Spirit, right? I mean, this is an assumption
Why
I'm sure
not?
I can safely make. I mean, Jirax has just made a strong case to start banning it, wouldn't you say, Fog?
Right, but we know that Ad Finem hate
Oh,
Out
good
and Naga
point.
more than anything in the world. So I personally think they'll keep going, by the way, just wanna... I'm not saying I'm Swish, that's just... this was this all along. I don't know what someone else wrote that. It's been upside down this whole time. Let's go, OG!
Let's go.
Literally a flip-flopper.
What?
You are disgraceful. Hey, man, he can flip-flop. We're in the Wang. It's fine.
Wait, what?
All right, so
It's the Wong, actually,
actually
Alex.
true. That first game, I think, also the first 10 minutes of that game show that Adfinem can still play their comfort game as well.
Yes.
Adfinem were super aggressive. They were able to kill Anna 4 times in the first 12 minutes. He didn't die anymore after that, so 4 deaths is all he had the entire game, but they were able to get that. It's just they gotta be able to break OG in like the 15-minute mark and know how to get past that point where OG is just saying, stop, we're gonna fight now. They gotta be ready for that, and I don't know how they're gonna get ready for that though.
No-Tail bringing in the clutch though. He has 0 deaths today.
Zero
Zero
deaths today?
Today, yeah.
All right, Fog dropping some mad numbers. And No-Tail not dropping any.
Wait, No-Tail hasn't died yet today?
He didn't die today. unless my memory is completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure he didn't
Well,
die.
Yeah, I'll take that. All right, well, on that bombshell, we are going to go ahead and prepare for the second game. Before we start talking draft with my panel, we've got to go ahead and take a quick look at both the cosplayers who've been hanging out. We've seen the very blue man who was just kind of waving relentlessly in the crowd. Oracle.
It was Oracle all along.
It was Oracle. We thought it might Magi at one point, but also there was a lot of passionate fans out there here in the Wang Theatre. They've come in their masses, and so we're going to give them a spotlight as well as episode 1 of something quite Christmassy.
Children, it's me, Saint Salamander, Ice Frog's brother, the Frost of his saint. I've come to give secret salamander gifts. Come with me, children. Ho-ho! Ho-ho, young woman. Hello, children.
Hello, sir.
Put something in the bag. $1. What a big spender. Oh, boy. Thank you, young man. Oh, hello, child. One sun kiss. That's very heavy for sand. What's your name?
Nico?
Who do you want your gift to go to?
Cancel.
Doesn't matter. Goodbye. What do you want to see in the finals of the Boston Major? Anything you want. I can make your dreams come true.
New patch?
A new patch before the Major's over?
Yes.
Listen, dummy. You gotta wait for the shit to be done. Try and get one more wish.
I would like to see DC in finals.
Oh my, young boy. Well, I can certainly make that happen, probably. Do you have a gun?
One.
I'll find one, young boy. Don't you get off of daddy now. Oh, what a nice bed. One more. What shot you there? Come. Sit on my lap. Oh, you sweet boy. Sweet, voluptuous skin.
Hello.
What do you want for the Boston Major Finals, young boy?
Radiance is banned.
That's totally tight. One more wish. Don't laugh, young boy.
So are illusions.
Illusions are banned. Oh, my other ice frog won't like that. that garbage bastard. He loves illusions. Oh, I'll work on it. I know, we all hate him. What's your name, young boy?
Tim.
Oh, hype match today, Tim.
Quite a
Yeah.
Yes, let's get you a present from someone else at the event, Timothy. Ooh, a used Sunkiss bottle.
Used! Oh.
Now you give something to someone else, Timothy. A business card. Oh boy! Yes! How generous of you, Timothy! Quite the economical donation. Well done. Hello, boys. It's me, Saint Salamander. I have gifts. What's your name, young boy?
I'm Liam.
Don't make any weird faces while I dig in it. Oh, it's a complexity button and a Dorito. That's relatively worthless, Tim. Enjoy. The Dorito's probably pretty good, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Put something in the bag, Tim. One sock. Thank you, Timothy.
You're welcome.
Someone's gonna love that for the holidays. Well, you guys look like you're having a wonderful time. What's your name, boy?
My name's Jared.
Jared, I'm going to reach in my bag and find a wonderful gift. Ooh, it's a deep bag, Jared. There's a Dorito there.
Dorito?
Ooh, oh, Jared, I've got a wonder. It's a sock, Jared.
This is what I've always wanted.
Oh, my.
Thank you so much. Can I give you a hug?
No, don't touch me, Jared. Put something in the bag for someone else. It's secret salamander. That's a beer bottle, Jared. I'm going to go throw it at a child. What's your name, sir?
Go cut.
Oh, sir. I'll reach in my big bag for you.
Thank you.
Here's a gift from someone in the audience. Oh, that's garbage. You don't want that, sir. That's also garbage, sir. One more. All right, throw that stuff away for Daddy. Goodbye. Well. It looks like the Dota fans at the Boston Major sure are kind-hearted. It's gonna be a great Frostivus, everyone. Saint Salamander out. Hooray! Oh, sweet flesh. Thank you. Come, boy. Come to my workshop. Very good.
Unbelievable. What, truly a one-of-kind human being. That was Sir Action Slacks there. Or what was it? Sorry, what was it? It was
Saint Salamander.
Saint
Did
Salamander.
we do a head count to see if that guy came back?
I didn't.
We
Don't
really
even count. He did. He's gone.
Just giving him garbage at the end.
He's so good.
Wonderful stuff. And that, of course, if you did just join us, was our wonderful crowd in the Wang Theatre. They have been here in their masses. We've seen signs, we've seen cosplays, we've heard chants, and we're going to be hearing a lot of noise as our second game of the best of 5 is about to commence. In fact, the draft is underway. Yep, Perian says it perfectly. We have to catch up. We were too busy with Slack Santa. We've now got to get into Ad Finem and OG in their second draft.
Thank God we're back to Dota.
God. When they stop running this content, don't just show the draft. Go on, Flogged.
Dota for life.
Go on, tell me what we got.
Recap.
We've got the...
Ad Finem are doing it again.
This is what Ad Finem excelled at before.
Yep.
Skylark, Nyx Assassin, and MNT on this rubric. They played pretty much perfect on these two. Skylark, I think that's some of the best Nyx Assassin I've ever seen. Multiple hero stuns, always running around the map, giving his team max amount of information. And he's playing versus a Batrider again, so obviously it makes your life a little bit easier because you're always able to Carapace for the Firefly initiation and counter initiate in your own way. He's actually so OG goes for a Drow Ranger, so it's already indicating that they want to go for a group up lineup since they pick up this Nyx. So this is a similar thing that OG did versus EG as well. When Universe was playing the Nyx Assassin, they picked this group up lineup and they actually predicted majority of the Nyx Assassin's movements.
That was quite a quick response as well with the Omni Knight band. Is that what do you think the thought process was behind getting OK out?
Just it messes up the whole plan with the Nyx Assassin. You just repel the Batrider and he's able to get free initiations. You can't stop it because he's immune to spells to repelled.
So OG opens with 2 cores. That is not very common.
No, not really, but it indicate what they are going to go for. You know, like Batrider with Drow Ranger is one of those where, you know, the bat obviously grabs somebody. If you kill them, you pretty much claim yourself an objective instantly right after that, and can even continue to do so.
Yeah, but
And
previous game we were saying how good it was that OG often picks 2 heroes that you don't know what they're going to do, where they're going to go, and I think they reveal a lot with these first 2 picks.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard game. That's what they're revealing.
Ah.
Do you remember in the group stages how many times it was just Drow, 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 and then people started banning Drow, and people were like, "Whoa, we'll take Alchemist." Jerks needs a haircut.
I disagree.
That's not true.
I disagree. I like his hair.
Can I say, I was in Sweden not too long ago, and I know Sweden is not Finland, but it's Scandinavian, you know. There's a lot of people with that haircut.
That's it's very
the look.
popular.
Yeah,
that is the look.
The Scandi look.
I am not going to tell him he should get a haircut for many, many reasons. But honestly, if you've got hair, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let it run free.
So I was going to mention as well, I doubt it, but we have seen it a couple times. There is always the option that they can go for this Batrider to be support. We haven't seen it too often, but it's something that OG, I wouldn't put it past them since they did earlier. They threw EG completely off the mark, putting us safely in Alchemist. And since Nyx Assassin is obviously so good versus Batrider, it's something that we can't completely write off just yet.
Do remember that Ad Finem dealt with that support Batrider in their LFY game.
They did.
Yeah.
It's not likely, especially too, because they have S4 and S4's Batrider. I mean, I don't think I really need to say anything about that, but this guy is probably one of the best Batriders in the world. He used to play it in the mid lane when it was not even a mid hero. So
and he was the best then as well. And that was the era where everybody liked it a lot for the lasso, obviously, but he was the one getting the most damage out of his flame breaks, out of everybody there, and now already that got buffed since well, a while ago, obviously, but he is still the best with that. So
it is actually OG's second most popular hero. 59 matches registered with the Batrider, just underneath Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle. The Fly Dazzle.
Talking about Dazzle, I mean, talking about saving supports. Normally when you have a Batrider, you know that the Nyx Assassin is going to counter that already. What type of saving supports would you like to see coming out here from OG? Is Dazzle something that they might go for here?
I think they're just going to rely on the Nyx. I think if you focused maybe too much around counter attack, maybe you're kind of gimping yourself.
I mean for OG.
I
meant for OG, yeah.
Saving yourself from the bat, I thought?
No, saving the bat from the Nyx Assassin.
Oh, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, they can. I don't think that they would really play the Dazzle to be saving your Batrider. I think it would be more so to just group up with the Dazzle and have that Shallow Grave for your Drow Ranger in the back line. But yeah, the double invis, as they had great success on it earlier. And I mean, this is their comfort. MNT Bounty Hunter, this is probably one of his best, if not his best hero, and he is one of the best bounty hunters in the world.
This draft, as in the bounty and the Nyx, dispatched of DC in 27 minutes.
Yeah, it did. But OG have seen that now.
Yes.
And they're going to be aware of it. And I think they're also experienced enough. There's the Dazzle.
They do go for the Dazzle.
They're experienced enough to have figured out a way around it, way to play around it. They would have watched the this game. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Very strong, just laning hero in general, and it's very good versus as a group up method which OG just loves to do.
New hero.
Yeah, haven't seen PA.
It's an approach that I think all the pro players have kind of just been talking about, maybe not in the public, but just in the backlines. A Drow Ranger's picked up. Finem Assassin is probably the best hero to just get in on top of the Drow Ranger because of, obviously you have your Blinks, you have your Phantom Strike, which just lets you get on top of him, and throwing daggers from such a distance. You're a pure physical damage core too, but Dazzle's quite good at dealing with that.
Yeah.
And they go for an instant DK. So this is where, again, OG want to group up. They want to be able to push. This is exactly how they've been playing. They are still lacking maybe a tiny bit of team fight, but they have the method to be able to group up in death ball, as we've been seeing them do so often.
It's DC.
It's DC.
There's Misery, and there's Sam, and there's We.
That's fine.
Sounds.
Yep.
What's up?
What's up? So Earthspirit's last ban, we are looking for another Jarex hero for OG. We are looking for a Thug hero for Ad Finem, and they know they're going up against a Dragon Knight. If you know you're going to play up against a Dragon Knight, I know Dragon Knight is one of those heroes that doesn't lose lanes. Even
Keep talking about a Pokemon. I always just hear you saying Dragon Knight.
Is there a Dragon Knight Pokemon?
Pretty sure Dragon Knight's a Pokemon.
Dragon Knight, as in without the K.
Dragon Knight?
Dragon and an NIT.
I'll explain it to you later, Grandad.
I think the Timbersaw stands out to me, just individually versus the Dragonite. And also it messes with the 5-man, but it's not. I mean, Drow Ranger always has Gust, and they have.
They banned it. Yeah,
I think that was like the best pick they could go. And they instantly pick up a Slaughter.
This is a good lineup from OG.
Like it?
I really do. This
Low
suits
cooldown.
the way they like it.
Yeah, low cooldown dependent heroes. Not insane team fight, but like just a constant run at you, group up, take towers, and it's. I mean, it's extremely difficult for them to be able to contest the first Roshan.
How about a PA mid and then just get something else for the safe lane? Maybe even a Sven, because they're going to be really low on armor this game, as far as that fit goes.
I think
I think it's too greedy with Sven PA as your two carries, and then you're completely physical dependent.
They're kind of thinking about. Surely they've got to think about hitting buildings, and I know I looked at their Dota buff as well, and they have played Death Prophet quite a bit.
They did used to play Death Prophet, especially with the Bounty Hunter too.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it, I don't think, at all here.
No,
not once.
But it is a hero that they do specifically run it, but it's not the greatest versus Bat Rider because you can get isolated.
It's an OD. Okay, we're going back to
I think just the safest pick for them is the OD. They have now more setup, and it's a lane dominating hero. It's pretty good versus the DK.
Good OG lineup there.
And Astral.
It does seem. Is there general consensus that OD have won this draft? It seems like, I mean, even Pyrian. Oh, sorry, I forgot you've been an OG fan this whole time.
OG fanboy.
The whole time.
Yeah.
I like
a lot of pressure on MT Bounty Hunter.
Yes, it's pretty much what we always say. A lot of pressure on Skylark, a lot of pressure, mostly on MNT though. But yeah, OG has a very strong death ball lineup, and they have a Dazzle in the backline. Tons of sustain.
Okay, we'll find out how this does go down. OG, will they edge ever closer to being the only team to have 3 major titles under their belt? Or will it be Ad Finem? Will they continue to bounce back and show the resilience that they've demonstrated across the course of the major? To answer these questions, it is your casters. It's once again OD and Malini.
Thank you very much, Alex. Indeed, we're here getting ready for Game 2 between Ad Finem and OG. The drafts are complete. Ben, what we're expecting here, a little bit different here from both sides, as we spoke about. We expected Ad Finem to try something else. What they tried in Game 1, it didn't work. Here they're bringing out the PA. They're finishing it off with the mid OD. Do you think this was the plan all along, or are they moving that PA away from the mid lane once they saw that Dragonite pick come out?
I think they definitely wanted the PA in the safe lane to begin with. One thing that does stand out to me is that it will be a support Bat Rider. Jerax is indeed playing the Bat Rider, but first on the lineup of Ad Finem.
Matter a hit on that Phantom Assassin. Very, very flashy hero. If they do start to get ahead, they can pull off some big plays. Third last game we saw him on the poke, this time on the OD. And MNT, a lot of excitement in the crowd for that one. It is his signature hero. I mean, the question is, are we going to actually see MNT snipe more couriers? Surely, at this point, teams are going to be able to play around that, or is MNT just always going to find a way, Ben?
He has been very good at avoiding the enemy team Century Wars, and right now he spots OG's trap. They are walking as 5 right up their own hill, up the T1 tower, up behind the Century Ward.
Same position that OG did group up in Game 1. The Sentry there as well, just in case MNT headed across, but MD just going to be certainly the wiser to it.
He needs to be able to interrupt this Bat Rider and potentially put a lot of pressure on the courier. Let's see where he places his Observer Ward. Will it be in the mid lane to look at the courier, or will it be into the Radiant Jungle to see where the Bat Rider is?
Overall, though, would you agree with kind of the panel sentiment that OG just do have this incredibly strong kind of standard OG draft?
Yeah, I would say it's more balanced, for sure. Just a little bit of everything. Good team fights, good push, good late game. At Finem, they're very heavy in on the gank and relying on their track roll, relying on the PA, who might just get blown up to blink onto that Drow Ranger. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, Ad Finem has their strength. I wouldn't say it's a weaker lineup, it's just less well-rounded.
And so, as you can see at the moment, OG sending both Jerax and S4 down to the bottom lane with the support Bat Rider. Obviously, we saw Chinese sides doing it earlier, Newbie and LGDFY. They normally kind of send it towards the mid lane. Do you feel that it's just that this time round it's better for Jerax to be down bottom and putting the pressure onto the PA rather than the OD?
It's just a personal choice. I think that Slardar is a little bit weaker in the lane, so he probably needs more help. I think he definitely could have done work in the mid lane. Like, OD is a very strong laner, and TK not particularly strong versus the OD, but strong enough. It just depends on who they prioritize and getting us for at least level 2, maybe boots will go a long way.
Oh, this is really nice as well here from Spartan, making the side pull off to the left camp. So this kind of warding an attempt from OG to block it as such on the right side isn't going to do much at all. And
MNT looks like he's about to walk into Sentry Ward vision on the top lane. He's in a tiny bit of danger.
Has to be very, very careful in this lane.
He's not sure of where their sentries are.
Mid lane though, with this 1v1 matchup that's been left straight up, no support backup as of yet. Thug has been allowed to get the lead, 6 for 3 against Anna's 4 for 1. I imagine this is kind of expected for Thug just to have the overall better time in lane here in the straight 1v1 hero match.
Yeah, definitely. And Anna can't ferry it out Quelling Blade because he's a little worried about the chicken snipe. And chicken going to move it around a little bit. Like if you move it to the left, it actually could get sniped by maybe next time.
And see, not in the neighborhood to look for out for it at the moment, but in OG themselves wouldn't know that. Getting close there indeed. Back up towards the top. MNT will head up, continue to scout out. Vision here, no tail. Finding good CS at the moment. The pressure from each side's off lane hasn't been really enough to slow down the safe lane. I mean, even on that bottom lane, we're seeing Madara at 13-0. So despite the fact that he's S4 and Jarek's in his face, the PA is still finding the farm.
Yeah, maybe next time he will lose that Sentry Ward battle. Skylark, he's trapped in the creeps.
That's just good spike carapace actually catching both of them out. MNT and Scarlet trying to turn towards No Tail, but No Tail and Fly should have the kill on Scarlet, but no, Scarlet Mangoes turns around with the stun and Skylark. He's going to be able to walk it out here for the time being with the salve and the poor man's shield. He'll keep himself alive. MNT will be taken down though as OG claim first blood. Such as Guy?
I think it's OG. Just because the bounty hunter really doesn't have a place. He's trying to find a home, either by building it from the corpses of dead chickens or getting some kills on a side lane, but he's just finding nothing. He just narrowly misses out on that in the mid lane.
One lane, S4 again. I mean, this stick, of course, being an absolutely huge purchase down here.
Potentially sweep into that lane and get a kill. I believe the Observer Ward dropped in the mid lane did not see Jarak, so Jarax managed to successfully bypass the bounty hunter. Will be able to stack up and farm unbeknownst to Finem.
Already level 3 as well, and of course the Drow is going to help him start to clean out those camps even quicker once he starts to stack them up. Mid lane, though, looking for the setup. MNT to come around from behind, and will try and give Anna the right clicks down. He'll hold back the OD here with the Dragon Tail. It's a good job as well, because Thug did have that double damage ready to go.
I really like that one stun build for Anna. You will see a lot of 3-0-2, but in this lane, all they need to do is not feed the bounty hunter. Just limit his level 6 time as much as possible. Don't give Finem any kills.
This is nice though. Finem forced TP reaction to the mid lane, and so they've sent a safe lane up towards the top lane, realizing that No Tail is alone. Skylark with the setup, and Madara and Spartan are there with the jump in. No Tail falling low, tries to play it off with a gust, but they will get the kill. And all in all, just really smart read of the map there from Finem.
Yeah, and that's usually a pretty big commitment, TPing your safe lane over to that off lane, as well as the support. You're leaving the Slaughter down there to get free farm.
S4 is going to find indeed that great timing with that level 6, and certainly then plays can start to happen in favor of OG. But Finem with this movement up towards the top will look to pressure the tier 1, and OG not looking to send anyone up there to stop this, so they'll be happy with getting the space down on the bottom lane. And mid lane though, MNT again kind of coming around behind the tower, maybe seeing if he can get some action onto this courier, but he's still just level 2, so it could potentially be a hard one to pick off. He's going to try for it, one touch. Can he get the second one? And he can't. The boost is there.
Oh, man, yeah, nice. They saved the speed burst too. It's very difficult for him to get the kill if they're actually microing, but he will be able to release a little bit of XP from Jarak And in the top lane, they had to try and bring that tower down as soon as possible in bottom lane.
Doug, with that invis rune to set up it, but there is backup from OG. S4 and Fly are in the neighborhood. No back. The backup, but the Gus comes through too early. There'll be a telekinesis onto S4, dragging him back. Manda is trying to focus down. Noto gets a good crit. Needs one more touch, but there's Fly with the Grave, keeping Notel alive. Thug's trying to move forward, and he's got the Astra. The Astra should finish off the kill, but Thug now in a bit of potential danger as S4 gets the crush off onto the two of them. A Skyline is there, and with Manda jumping across onto S4, they look to try a second. They do end up losing Thug. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. After surrounding S4, but the stone's there. Fly's there with the heal. Skyline's taken down. James getting himself a double kill. Manda 6 stacks on him at the moment. He's in trouble as well. Fly giving James the vision. They'll be able to find him as well. OG crushing this attempt from Finem on the ball lane, and they're not done yet. Spotted, amplified up. 3 stacks of napalm. He's out as well. Still alive, and Finem lose the whole team. Amazing team play there from OG. I can't quite believe what we just saw. It was absolutely remarkable. And S4 survives, Ben.
The Dazzle pick was just so good against this sort of aggressive play. How many heals did he get off on that fight? Not only saving his teammates, but destroying.
And a regen rune as well. I mean, the pings come out. You lucky little bugger.
That's definitely what they're saying right now.
We get a replay, but I mean, just look at this. Talk me through it, man.
Yeah, so many stacks up. There's not even a Blightstone on Fly, but he's just right-clicking people down non-stop. No drown order to help him out, but a heal bomb right there. Just constant right clicks, and S4, of course, juking through the trees.
And Finem quick to find some vengeance, though. Notel on his own up top. He's going to try and play his way around this one. Backup is on the way, but not quite soon enough. Notel.
That's the hero they need to pick on the most. Draw Ranger like slows everyone down on the Dire side and will stall their pushes for as long as possible. Thug struggling a little bit after that death in the bottom lane. That was a nice Astro though. He got that Astro after a Grave, and Dazzle maybe not very common pick nowadays. I think that's one of the reasons. You just get Astro during the Grave and you'll just die immediately after. Jerax.
Oh, he's got the dust. MNT, I don't think he was quite prepared for this one. He's going to be lassoed up. Jerax putting him on the cliff. And he's just going to simply laugh in the face of MNT as he takes him down on an easy solo kill. And I think that was just a situation of not checking the bat for the dustband.
Getting a little bit careless over there. He's desperate to make something happen though. As a bounty hunter, you don't want to just like sit back and stack and defend heroes. That's not your job as a bounty hunter. It's always to interrupt the enemy's plans, disrupt them, get vision, and right now he's maybe getting a little bit of vision, but once they take these towers down, they maybe hope to make some moves. There's so many observer wars on
this back line though. OG could get a potential massive wraparound from the smoke. S4 leading the way, but there is backup like in the Vendetta will be dusted up. They'll look to focus down onto MNT. They've got the vision, laid down the amplify. That'll be the first casualty. Can they give themselves anything more though? That's the question. OG and Finem already trying to play their way out of it though. Skylark is surrounded by S4. Anna and Fly, they beat down a second. OG making sure that Finem get nothing out of this push in the mid lane. There'll be an Astral, but Finem surely will think twice before moving forward, and indeed they aren't going to make an advance.
Killing 2 birds with 1 stun with the amplify damage, it just renders Bounty Hunter and Nyx Assassin way more useless than they would normally. And OG also, like, the supports don't have to spend as much money on detection because the Batrider can easily like kill heroes once he pops the dust. It's not going to be in vain most of the time. And of course, the starter with the amplify just makes their lives so much easier. And of course, they can turn their eyes towards Roshan as it's about that time as OG start to pull ahead in this early game.
And they really do, and certainly a lot quicker than they did kind of in game 1. There's this period in game 1 where Finem just finding favorable early game skirmishes and rotations, but this time round OG been ahead in each and every one, 9 for 3. The farm is still good though for Finim's cause, as we can see respectively. So amongst it all, they're still
There's a
finding the
chicken
space to keep on par.
trying to happen, but he's a bit too far.
There's a blink on S4 now as well, so these engagements are going to be even more favorable for OG. A quick scan there from Notail just to check if MNT was hanging around himself, but MNT just out to the side. It's just time to back up. He's looking for the courier, but look at this. It's a bit of a courier bait, and MNT isn't going to fall for it. If he went for a touch there, the entire team of OG would have been ready to jump on him.
He knows where all of them are.
Yeah, they're going to go for a smoke, so MNT...
He knows that they're trying to roast.
Yeah,
they're picking it out.
he knows that they're going for this, so... Add Finem, can they do anything to stop this? I mean, OG straight into the pit. You've got Fly and Jarek on the outskirts, just scouting out any potential jump in or attempt to challenge it. But Finem are just going to look to split up the map and push down mid. And looks like they do not want to attempt to contest this at all. So OG getting away with this free Roshan and Aegis. They want to go for a fight, and at a big reveal with that Blink Dagger now in S4, it's going to be very, very hard for Adfin to stop.
And Adfin will have to wait to fight another day. And when I was watching throughout the qualifiers, one of the things that I admired the most about this team is they were able to avoid fights for a surprisingly long amount of time. And that's going to be the case for them in this game. They need to be able to avoid fights for as long as they can without the Slaughterer picking them off, without the Bat Rider picking them off, and without losing too many towers that are drowning. The only problem is their anti-push is very, very weak. Like Rubik, if you go up to Fade Bolt a wave, you're just going to die. And aside from that, no real AoE.
Top lane, the push will come in from Adfin to find the tier 1 middle. They're now looking to the tier 2 top. And OG in response, again, kind of looking for a similar transition and traders as we saw in game 1, just trading off the tier 2s. A little fortified top. We'll see if either side is going to be able to back up in time to hold the defense. Could just get a straight trade here between the sides. As we can see both towers pretty much going down in unison here. Now Adfin will start to back. Teeping down towards the bottom. OG with this Aegis and the newly found armlet on Ana. Potentially ready to go for some sort of a high ground push. And with the potential jump in here, S4 has the blink, Jarex does as well. Along with the drums on the Bat Rider. A lot of initiation potential. Again, MNT, he's looking for these couriers. He's just not finding them this time around, Ben, in this game.
Is that observer ward like inside the tower?
That is. That's a little bit of an interesting placement there from Matt. Maybe in preparation if the tower did go down, trying to get it out before they pushed in, but at the end of the day, OG didn't go for this push. As they back up, feeling confident with the position that they are in this game, but still on the net worth. Matter and Thug are in good positions. They're finding the items. It's just all going to be about finding the team fight.
Yeah, they need tracks. Maybe next time, still trying to work on his level 6. They already have used the tome on their side, but he is 0, 4, and 1, and they need some more in that kill category.
The question is when are they going to find it? Because again, OG pushing down mid. Another tier 2 is going to be going their way, and Adfin still in a position where they seem unable to do anything in response to these sort of pushes. They just continue to make sure that they can keep on par with the farm game. Matter and Skylight down towards the bottom. Thug aggressively farming in OG's jungle.
They're getting their items. The PA has Dezo, so this way you can maybe just blow them up before the weave starts stacking up and before the Dazzle has time to react. That burst damage is very unpredictable, and can 1 or 2 shot heroes if you're just a little bit lucky. And once they get the track kills, their problems could compound on the side of OG if they're not careful with these team fights. And looking towards the top lane, they're maybe setting up. Skylark wants to look for just a weak support that they can easily burst down, maybe even use these Eclipse if they have to.
Let's see what Skylark can get. I mean, he's found Ana, but that really is not the target that he wants to go on his own. He needs backup, and he does have it round the corner. We'll start to notice Ana coming away from the team, but now spotting out S4 and Jerax as well in the neighborhood. And in fact, it's OG that maybe feel they can go aggressive, but they're going to find out the Nyx Assassin. They've got the vision. Skylark in a little spot of bother, and already the rest of Finem, they've left him high and dry. They're straight out of there, so Skylark will be left for dead here as OG clean up the kill.
I think he was trying to keep on to the Slarnar's tail, but I don't think he realized that his vendetta had just ended, and Slarnar just crushed him, easy kill, and they'll transition that into a smoke, trying to use the tail end of their Aegis. 1 minute on that. They would love to get some damage on that T3 tower and break a Rax.
There we go with the smoke. They've managed to scout this out as well with the scan. OG know that there's heroes in the neighborhood. MNT is going to be clipped by the dust. They've got the vision, they've got the Jace down, and it'll be another kill into the bank of OG.
Not a very important kill. He's still very low level, so he'll respawn by the time they try and push this tower, and it looks like they will take an easier prize, the T1 on top.
A lot of push, a lot of pickoff coming out at the moment from OG. I mean, we'll see how it changes when it comes to the high ground push, see how good Finem's defenses can be against this sort of lineup, this sort of aggression that OG are exerting. But OG certainly the dominant force once again here in game 2. And the question again, how to Finem start to slow down this pressure and momentum? How can they find their footing in this match?
Get some crits, level 2 coup de grace on the Phantom Assassin.
They're eyeing up this Spartan, ready to lead in. Telekinesis, trying to bring him back, but he's forced away very nicely. No tail, Hurricane piking Ana out of range of the Nyx Assassin stun. So no one to be caught on OG. And at the least, Finem do stop the push onto the tier 2, but again, unable to clip any of the heroes of OG and find that kill that they're desperately hunting for to bring themselves back into the flow of this. And S4, in fact, he's hunting himself. Jumps forward, gets Spartan whilst he's trying to go for the D-ward. And again, it's kill after kill for OG. And we're coming to the same sort of very dry period for Finem in terms of finding the blood of OG, similar to that of game 1.
Yeah, they're just not conceding any kills right now, and they're taking down so many of the T1 towers that Finem's attempts to try and outfarm them are just not happening at the moment.
MNT thinking about trying for a bit of a deny there, but isn't going to get it out in time. Hurricane Pike's now done for Thug. So as we've been saying, Thug and Matter is trying to do their best to keep up in farm. Only just slightly behind that of Ana and No Tail. But with the towers going their way, they are suddenly there. And there we have it, Jerax with the blink. So I did mention it earlier, but it was the drums he ended up going for instead of the blink. But now he's got both, Jerax.
And Finem need to get to that point where they move.
Can he get out of this? I mean, he's going to be knocked out by the flame break into the lasso. Thug has got some backup here, and in fact, Thug may be fine. Skylark and MT turning up. Track onto S4, forcing him away. Jerax is trying to finish off the kill on Thug, and he'll find it. Blinks forward, takes down the OD, and that may not be all that they get. Matter will jump into the backlines, finds Fly, but now he's surrounded by No Tail, Ana, and S4 and Jerax. They've lost 3 on Finem. Spartan trying to TP his way back to base is only just going to make it. But once again, it's OG just decimating Finem in these skirmishes.
He even got a double cripple on Dazzle. That's the only reason that he died. He wasn't able to get his grave off in time because of that. But no matter, they don't need a Dazzle with 3 heroes already down on Finem, all 3 of their big cores. And Spartan.
S4, I mean, this man, no holding back from the Slardar. Immediately, as soon as any option is seen, he jumps forward. No Tail trying for the TP out. He's going to make it. Skylark can't quite get the stun in time. Tries to stun from the low ground. But my goodness, OG just getting in and out whenever they want. And very little that Finem are showing that they can do to stop OGs. Just playing this game just as the side wants.
No track gold for you as OG show a lot of reservation, just bouncing immediately. after Adfinem have those super low respawn timers. Roshan number 2 gonna respawn fairly shortly. Adfinem, I don't think they can contest it. Ana is very